Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. And you have a podcast.
Yes, I do. I'm really excited to talk a little bit more about it because I think there's some recent episodes that a lot of our viewers here would really enjoy and find very informational.
Absolutely. And your podcast is the Sunshine Gardening Podcast.
Yes.
And so what does it cover? What topics do you have on there?
Okay, so we try to cover a different variety of topics seasonally, and what we try to do is we get university extension specialists or other agents across the state that's really their niche. And so lately we've had a couple of different episodes that I think that have been of interest, and the one that we posted here lately on episode 29 was about the grow guide on growing dazzling dahlias here in Kentucky, and that was with guest Dennis Morganson. And so we covered everything that you need to know. I know cut flowers have really taken off lately, and a lot of people enjoy those blooms at the end of the summer and all the way into the fall. They work great for arrangements. So if you are a cut flower grower, that might be an episode you would want to listen to. All of the podcasts are about 20 to 30 so minutes, so that should fit into, any kind of time frame that you have. Another episode that we had right before it was growing microgreens, and that was with guest Ray Tackett, and he's the Bourbon County Horticulture Extension Agent. So we've talked about microgreens before, but they are really small, but they pack a ton of punch with flavor, and you can really enhance your cooking dishes at home with that too. So that might be something that you would want to check out. And then another one that we had was promoting the Horticulture Webinar Wednesdays that we have. And so we've seen a lot of success with that program. And so Kelly Jackson from Kristin County was actually the guest there on that episode, and he kind of talks about some of the upcoming programs with that. So like I said, I think if you can kind of, if you've got 20 or 30 minutes there, this would be a great way to listen and enjoy this information. Now, the way that we do the podcast is that once we get everything edited, it actually goes on our blog. And if you haven't had a chance to check out our blog, it's the Warren County Agriculture blog. You can type that into your favorite search engine, and then there it'll give you all the latest episodes that we have. Usually it's categorized whenever you see the breakdown of the page, but you can see all the latest episodes and all the show notes once you click on which topic that you're interested in hearing more about. Then all the show notes with that episode are right there. Sometimes at the bottom we'll have clickable information, other resources that the guest might have referenced, other information. So if you're interested in getting more information about that particular topic, you can certainly see that too. So besides the blog, we are across a lot of different podcast platforms. Apple Podcast is probably pretty popular, so you can just type it in, go to that little purple icon that's on your phone if you're doing it actually from your phone, and then type in the Sunshine Gardening Podcast, and now you can either hit subscribe, I believe it's follow now. And then we're also available on Google Podcast, iHeartRadio if you subscribe to that, Spotify, or TuneIn as well. So we're on a multitude of different platforms depending on what your preferred one is.
And a lot of times, Kristin, if people will follow or if they'll subscribe, then every time you post a new episode, it'll remind them, right?
Yes, you'll get a notification, and then you can go and listen to it at your leisure. But, as you're listening, I would appreciate it if you would just leave a review, and you can certainly go down to the bottom and just hit leave a review. I know there's a rating scale there too.
Well, and it helps because the more people that give reviews and the more people who give ratings,
exactly,
it makes it more findable for people.
And lately, I'm so excited, we've actually added our own social media Facebook for the Sunshine Gardening Podcast. And so if you're on Facebook, go and just type that in, the Sunshine Gardening Podcast, and then you can also follow us there. And the great thing is that you don't have to just listen to the most recent, you can go even further back. And we've had peonies, like you said, we've had Garden Pest with Jonathan Larson. That was hilarious just to hear him. And so we do have a little bit of everything just for you specifically for in Kentucky gardening.
And if there are people out there and they maybe want to know more about a certain topic, they can certainly go to your Facebook page and leave you a comment on what they'd like to hear.
Exactly. And so we're always looking for that type of here, check this out, any kind of information feedback would be most certainly helpful.
We appreciate you watching the Farm and Home Show and hope you have a great day.